Hello, everybody, and welcome to ClickSeminars.LIVE, the live seminars here worldwide where you can keep learning, keep earning in 2020 and beyond. So excited to have our presenter today. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mike Stewart, and here I am broadcasting from Nashville, Tennessee. So glad that you're here and people are coming into their seats. Let me tell you about the presenter we have today, Darren Winters. He's our next speaker, who is a self-made multimillionaire investor. Darren Winters, after learning one-to-one from the world's top traders and investors, he took himself from a normal job and a lot of debt, big debts, to become a multi-millionaire in just a few years. Well, I'll tell you, I want to hear about that for sure. He's taught thousands of people how anyone, even complete beginners, can use the same proven investment strategies to become financially independent. Now you're getting ready to learn some incredibly powerful strategies that could change your life. So I'm going to welcome to the virtual stage right now my friend and the teacher for the next 97 minutes or so, Darren Winters. Darren, are you broadcasting? Tell us where you're broadcasting in from, and glad to have you here.
Oh, hi, Mike. Yeah, thank you. I'm sitting here in the middle of London, UK.
Oh my goodness. That's the power of the internet television broadcast world. So listen, enough from me. I know people are getting in their seats. They're getting excited to hear your presentation. So I have now brought up your slides. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the screen and the floor is yours to teach what you're going to be doing in multi-millionaire investor. Thank you, Darren. Go for it.
Okay, thanks, Mike. So this talk is about how to make money from home in a way that takes very little time and anybody could do. Doesn't matter on what your background is, doesn't matter on your experience, anybody can do this. And if you are a bit unsure about this topic, or you know nothing about this topic, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to explain it in a nice, clear, simple way so everybody understands. And in this training session today, I'm going to give you some of the best trading and investing strategies in the world. Full, complete strategies, exactly how to do this. And even if you're a complete beginner, I'm going to give you strategies that you'll be able to use straight away. Now, I thought to start off with, it would be nice to show you what's possible once you get good at this. When I became very good at trading and investing, I started to teach all my family how to do this. And I taught my children how to do it. I taught my wife, I taught my sisters, I taught my brother. And I'm sure, like a lot of you around the world, we've been on house lockdown for the last few weeks. And my wife's been at home. She's been spending some time gardening. She's been spending a bit of time with the kids. She's also been doing about 30 minutes trading every other day. And my wife, she hates anything very technical. So I taught her a couple of very simple but very profitable strategies. And I thought I'd show you her trading results for the first 4 weeks during lockdown. I actually took a photo of her trading screen. So this was the first 4 weeks during lockdown, her results, trading about 30 minutes every other day. So if you can see that there, $95,000 profit. That was in the first 4 weeks of lockdown, doing about 30 minutes trading every other day. So that was averaging about $3,000 a day. Now, in this training session that I'm doing for you now, I'm going to teach you some of the exact strategies that she was using to get those returns. So you're going to get a lot of great content in this session, a lot of great strategies. Hopefully you've got a pad and a pen or something to write this down. Got a lot of great stuff for you. So now, as I'm sure a lot of you already know, due to this corona crisis, stock markets all around the world have done a massive crash down, and now they've bounced back up quite a long way. And about every 10 to 12 years, the stock market does a massive crash down. And whether this was due to coronavirus or something else, this stock market crash was well overdue. And I mean, as terrible as this whole corona situation is, and I really do hope you and your family have been keeping safe and well, it's at times like this, when there's a crisis, when there's kind of chaos around the world, that you need to keep a calm head. You need to think sensibly to protect yourself health-wise, but also to protect yourself financially. And right now is probably the biggest opportunity ever to make money in the stock market and the Forex markets. And I believe that in every bad situation, there is an opportunity. And this is probably the biggest opportunity in our life to make money from the stock market and the Forex market. So your timing to be on this training is perfect. It's just an incredible opportunity right now. And I would say out of anything you could possibly learn, this is probably the best thing you could learn to get an income and to grow your wealth whilst at home. It's such a great skill to have. So let's have a look. This is what we're going to talk about. Oh, first of all, I should say in this presentation, I will ask you a few questions. Please do answer the questions. Write your answer in the chat window or the message window, because then I know that you can hear me and that you're understanding and following along. So do be interactive. Type your answer in the chat window, and then I know you're still there and you're understanding and following along. So there are two main ways to make money. The first way is what people who are not investing do. How do people who are not investing make money? They work, they have a job, or they're in a business, and what are they doing? They're exchanging their time for money. And when they get the money, what do they do with it? They spend it on their lifestyle. They pay their rent or their mortgage, their food, their bills, and hopefully at the end of the month, they got a bit left over to enjoy their lifestyle. But what's the problem with that situation? What happens to the money? It runs out. They then got to sacrifice their lifestyle to spend more time earning more money to pay for their lifestyle. Their money runs out. They got to spend more time earning more money to pay for their lifestyle. That is what we call the financial trap, where you've got to constantly exchange your time for money. Now, maybe you're currently in that situation. Perhaps you have a job or you own your own business and you have to keep on working just to support your lifestyle. And it might be the case that even though you work really hard, you still can't afford to buy the house that you really want to live in, or go on the vacation you want to go on, or buy the car you want to drive, or maybe you've just got the stress of trying to pay the bills at the end of the month. Yeah, that's one situation. The other situation is perhaps you make a lot of money, but you don't have much time. And when you do get time off, you're too tired to really enjoy it. Yeah, whether you have a job or you own your own business, if you want true financial security, true financial freedom, you need to have a second stream of income where your money is working for you. So it's not taking up more of your time to earn money. And how do we get our money to work for us? By investing. Yeah, and you start wherever you are now, and you build up this investment until it's big enough that it's earning you enough money to pay for your lifestyle. You then have all the time you want. You decide whether you work or not. That's what this training session today is going to be about. I'm going to be teaching you exact strategies to get you onto this path, so you can choose whether you work or not. And what I would say is learn this for yourself, but also if you have children or grandchildren or relatives who are children, learn this so you can teach your kids, so they don't have to spend their whole life working for someone else, so they don't have to fall into this financial trap. I started teaching my kids this stuff as soon as they could understand even the basics. My daughter is now 15, my son is 18. They're really good investors because I started teaching them whilst they were young. I actually took a photo of them sitting trading together. I thought it was a nice picture. I managed to get one photo before they realized I was taking pictures. Then they started messing around and pulling all kinds of faces. But if you teach your kids this whilst they're young, they will get really good at it. I actually think it's so important that we teach kids how to do this. I now run what I call Children's Wealth Days, and it's an investment training course only for children. And I teach it completely free of charge, completely free for children to come on that course, because I just think it's so important that we teach kids how to do this. The last Children's Wealth Day that I taught, I was teaching the kids, I taught them for about 3 hours, taught them a couple of very profitable, very simple strategies, but very profitable strategies. And after I taught the kids the strategies, we then had a live trading competition. £10,000 demo accounts, but it was real prices, real markets. In 2 hours, the winner of that competition made over £1,000. Second place, £800. Third place, £700, which is $1,000, $800, $700. Yeah, that was 10, 11-year-old kids in 2 hours. The vast majority of that group were in profit within 2 hours. Anyone can do this if you learn the right strategies. Now, why else is it great to learn trading, investing in the Forex markets and the stock markets? And by the way, for beginners, Forex just means trading currencies. So trading the US dollar, trading the pound, trading the euro. Yeah. Why else is it great to learn investing in the stock market, Forex markets? Well, first of all, even complete beginners can do very well at this if you're given a proven strategy that works and you follow the steps. Even complete beginners can do very well if they're given the right strategies. You can start small. How much money do you start investing? $250, £250, 250 euros. That's all you need to get started. Takes very little time. Some of the best strategies that I use and I teach take just 1 hour a week to invest. And that can be in the evening or the weekend. If you've got a full-time job or a business, very easy to run this alongside. And you can make money in any markets. When the markets go up, you can make money. When the markets come down, you can make even more money. It's actually even easier to make money when the markets come down. And you can make money when the markets go sideways. And as I said earlier, right now is probably the best opportunity in our lifetime to make money in the stock market and the Forex markets. Because of the big price moves that are happening at the moment, if you know the right strategies, this is the best time ever to be making money in the markets. So your timing to be here today is fantastic. And anyone can do this. You don't need to be good at maths. You don't need to be good at computers. You just learn a strategy, get good at it, repeat it. And of course, you can trade from home, which is perfect for this whole situation we're in at the moment. And I mean, you can trade from home or anywhere in the world. I like to go on lots of holidays. I normally spend about 6 or 7 months a year on vacation. I spend about 3 or 4 months in the winter skiing, snowboarding, and then I spend about 3 months in the summer going somewhere nice and hot. All I need to do is find an hour a week, an internet connection, and I can do this from anywhere in the world. So whether I'm on safari with my family in Kenya or helicopter snowboarding in Japan, I've just got to find an hour a week, internet connection. I can do this from anywhere. So how would you get good at investing? First of all, did you know 95% of traders and investors lose money? Did you know that? 95% of traders and investors lose money. When I heard that statistic, I got excited because I thought to myself, where's that huge amount of money going to? And where is that huge amount of money going to? It's going to the 5% who know what they're doing. Yeah. And I thought, if I can just get into that 5%, that's a huge amount of money coming my way. And it's actually a lot easier than you might think once you know the correct strategies. Now, what does the average investor do? Average investor, they read a couple of books on investing, maybe. They go online, they try and learn a little bit, maybe. And then what does the average investor do? They take out a big chunk of their life savings, they put it in the stock markets, they put it in the Forex markets, they cross their fingers. And what normally happens? They normally lose a lot of money pretty fast. When I first started out, I tried the average investor's approach and I lost a lot of money pretty fast. So I thought I better get good at this stuff. And I decided I wanted to become an outstanding investor. One of the first things I did is I read almost 300 books on trading and investing, on stock market, Forex, commodities, indices, options. I read all these books. I then attended over 30 investment training courses all around the world. And at the time, I didn't have much money. I was borrowing money to go on a lot of these courses. I paid for a lot of these training courses with my credit cards. I thought, well, this is an investment in my future. This will pay back to me many times. I then tracked down some of the greatest living investors in the world and got them to mentor me one-to-one. And I got to learn one-to-one from literally the best traders in the world. I learned one-to-one from the guy who won the World Trading Championships. He started with $10,000. Within 12 months, he turned it into 1.1 million real money. I spent the day with him, just the two of us, while he showed me how he did that. I learned one-to-one from a guy who made over $1 million profit from trading in 30 seconds, Louis Borsellino. I spent the afternoon with him, just the two of us, while he showed me how he did that. I'd always wanted to learn about Bollinger Bands, quite a well-known investment indicator. Who did I learn about Bollinger Bands from? John Bollinger, the guy who invented the indicator. Just the two of us sitting on the sofa together while he taught me his strategies. That was pretty incredible. I then came back to the UK. I live in London, and I applied everything I'd learned. Within a few years, I was a multi-millionaire. In this training session today, I am going to teach you some of the best strategies that I learned through that process. And I'm going to give you some really great strategies. So hopefully you got, as I said, a pad or a pen, something to take notes. I'm going to give you some incredible strategies. You're going to get a lot of value from this session. So let's have a look. What are we going to cover today? Oh, first of all, if you're interested, here's a few more of the people I learned from. That's me with Rob Hoffman. He won the World Trading Championships 3 times. I spent the afternoon learning his strategies. This is Louis Borsellino. He's the guy who made over $1 million profit in 30 seconds. I spent the afternoon with him, just the two of us, while he showed me how he did that. That's John Bollinger, guy who invented Bollinger Bands. That's Larry Williams. He's a guy who went from 10,000 to 1.1 million in 12 months. I spent the day with him, again, just the two of us, while he showed me how he did that. And I also wanted to learn from anyone who become extremely wealthy, however they've done it. And I'd find some of the wealthiest, most successful people in the world, and I'd learn from them, actually out of interest. Type in your chat window or your message window, type a yes if you've read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Give me a yes if you've read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Okay, I can see yes, 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 yes. Okay, lots of yeses. Okay, cool. Lots of people read the book. Yeah, I learned Robert strategies from him personally. I spent some time learning Robert strategies. I spent some time one-to-one with Richard Branson, multi-billionaire, one of the richest people in Britain. So I learned from some pretty incredible people. As I said, over the next few years, made many millions of pounds, many millions of dollars. So let's have a look. What are we going to cover today in this session? Oh, first of all, we should say, let me go back a slide. How do you get good at investing? The all-important question. Well, the first part is to learn some proven strategies that work. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to give you some proven strategies that work. Jot this stuff down. You'll be able to use it straight away. If you want to get really good at investing, that's the hard part. Because one of the best ways to get really good really fast is find someone who's a very, very good trader and investor and get them to mentor you one-to-one. And that's what I did. I went off around the world. I found some of the world's best traders, best investors, and I got them to mentor me one-to-one. And that probably is the best way to get really good really fast. But I say that's the hard part to do, because if someone is a very, very good trader investor, chances are they either charge a heck of a lot of money for one-to-one mentoring, or they just don't offer it at all. So that is actually pretty hard to do. And before you ask, I do occasionally do one-to-one mentoring, but it's not cheap. I currently charge $30,000 for a single one-to-one mentoring session. And you might think, well, how could I justify charging that amount? Because I know that what I teach the person, they can use to make many, many times that. And a bit later on in my talk, you'll hear from some of my students, you'll hear kind of incredible things they've been able to do using these strategies. But I can tell you right now, many, many, many of my students have gone on to make tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, million plus dollars, multi-million dollars. Some of my students have become so successful, they're now semi-famous in their own right. You may have even heard of some of these people. For example, Marcus de Maria, investment multi-millionaire, one of my students. Greg Secker, investment multi-millionaire, one of my students. So let's have a look. What are we going to cover today? This is what I'm going to give you in this training session today. I'm going to give you the smart way to invest. It's a system that I came up with after learning one-to-one from some of the world's top investors. I'm going to give you a sector strategy, very profitable, very reliable. Hardly any investors know this strategy, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in this training today. I'm going to show you how to correct the main investment mistakes. I'm going to give you a simple, high profit, low risk strategy, great one for beginners. And again, I'll show you exactly how to do that. And I'm going to show you how to protect your capital. And what I would say is, if you have any questions, if you can save them until the end, and then that way I can check we get time to cover all these strategies. And I can see a few more people joining us there on this training session. For the people who've joined us a little bit late, I'd say in this talk, I am going to give you proven strategies that work. I'm literally going to share with you some of the best investment techniques in the world in this talk today. So you're going to get a lot of great value from this session. To save building up the suspense until the end, I'm going to tell you now. And after this talk, if you want to learn more, you can. We have an online Forex and stock market masterclass training course. It's 100% online, so it's perfect for learning from home. And it's over 16 hours of videos of me personally teaching the best strategies, best techniques that I learned from the world champion traders. It's basically my life work. I've spent the last 25 years finding the very best investment strategies and techniques. I worked out that I spent over $100,000 of my money learning all of this stuff. In this online training program, you get everything. You get all the best strategies, all the best techniques, everything that I learned. It's an incredible training program. And I teach it in a way so that it's very simple and easy to understand. So, excuse me, even complete beginners will be able to understand this. And I'm actually quite proud of that training program. I truly believe that that's the best online investment training program in the world. And you'll be learning the same techniques and strategies that I used to become a multi-millionaire. And I've taught thousands of other people how to invest successfully using these strategies. It's actually the #1 investment training program in Europe. And we have clients all around the world. And it's been the most popular for over 15 years. It actually won Best Investment Training Course for 3 years in a row. And as well as this online training program, you get an online one-to-one session with one of my team. And after each lesson, you get live questions and answer sessions with me personally. So you get all of your individual questions answered live, which is a really incredible way to learn. It's a very, very effective way to learn. If you're interested in that training program, for the online training, the one-to-one session, the live Q&As, is $4,997. That's US dollars, with no offers and no discounts. It's not the cheapest course, but it's the best. And sometimes I'm asked, well, Darren, why do you run a training company? It takes very little of my time. I think investing is a really valuable skill that people need to know, and it's another stream of income. So it makes a lot of sense. So let me give you this first strategy. This is, call it a sector strategy. Very profitable, very reliable. Most investors have no idea about this. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. So get ready, pen and paper, take some notes. This is a great, great strategy. So first of all, before I give you that strategy, I should just say in my presentation here, I'm going to talk about different figures, and quite a few of my figures are in pounds because I live in the UK. So let's just do the quick comparing what they are in all different countries. So at the moment, a US dollar is almost the same as a euro, which is almost the same as a British pound. They're all fairly similar at the moment. So just so you understand if I show you some examples. So what influences your share price? And I should say a share or a stock is the same thing. A stock or a share, it means the same thing. So what influences your share price or your stock price? Well, certainly what happens to the whole economy will affect your share price. What happens to the market will affect your share price. What happens to the sector will affect your share price. Anyone give me an example of a sector? Type into your questions window or your chat window. Give me an example of a sector. Let me have a look. Type in it if you know a sector. And I can see someone saying technology, transportation, healthcare, someone saying energy. Okay, yep, all correct. A sector is a big group of similar companies, yeah? So you've got the technology sector, the healthcare sector, the transportation sector, big groups of similar companies. And then within the sector, we have the smaller bits, which we call industries. So you've got the great big technology sector, and then within it, you've got the computer software industry, computer hardware industry, the smaller bits. And then you have the company itself. The question is, how much influence does the market sector industry have over what happens to your company share price? And the answer is a lot. About 80% of what happens to your company share price is dependent on the market sector industry that it's in. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to give you a strategy that uses this principle to generate some pretty incredible returns. So let's have a look at this. First of all, economic cycle, 2 main stages. You can tell me what they are. Type this into the chat window. What are the 2 main stages of the economic cycle? We have boom and, type into your chat window, boom and, yeah, you got it, boom and bust, yeah? Boom and bust, 2 main stages of the economy. Or sometimes we call this expansion, contraction. Same thing, just a fancy word. Now, it's useful to break this into 5 stages. We break the boom stage into 3 bits, early expansion, middle expansion, late expansion. Break the bust bit into 2 bits, early contraction, late contraction. Now, how can we use this to make a lot of money investing? This is how. Certain types of company tend to do very well at certain stages in the economy. For example, technology companies, they tend to do very well just here at early expansion. Healthcare companies, they tend to do very well just here at early contraction. So if we know what stage of the economy we're coming into, we can buy the right types of company, the companies that are supposed to do well at that stage. Now, let me just check everyone's following along so far. So this is going to be the interactive part of my talk. I need to hear an answer from everybody for this. So if we were just coming into early expansion, type into your chat window, your message window, what types of company do we want to buy? So just coming into early expansion, type it into your chat window, what types of shares do we want to buy? So I'm seeing lots of tech here, technology. Someone says Facebook, Google, Apple. Yeah, technology is what we want to buy at that stage because it's supposed to do well, yeah? If we were just coming into early contraction, type into the chat window, what types of stocks and shares do we want to buy? What types of company do we want to buy at early contraction? Let's have a look. So someone's saying health, healthcare, health, a few examples of health companies there. Yeah, absolutely. Early contraction, we want to buy healthcare companies, yeah, because they're supposed to do well at that stage. Now, before I give you the strategy, I'm going to tell you which companies do well at each of those stages. So at each of the 5 stages, which types of companies should I invest in? At early expansion, types of shares that tend to do very well are capital goods, technology, and transportation. At middle expansion, capital goods still tend to do very well. Late expansion, energy shares, basic materials, and consumer staple. Anyone, give me an example of consumer staple. Type into the chat window if you know what consumer staple is. Any examples? I can see someone saying rice, food, sugar. Someone saying cosmetics. Yep, that's all correct. So consumer staple. This is things that we use all the time. Yeah, so it's going to be food, alcohol, tobacco, healthcare, cosmetics. They're all what we call consumer staple. We then had early contraction. Consumer staple do well in utilities. Anyone give me an example of utilities? Type it into the chat window, message window. Example of utilities. I can see gas, electric, water. Yep, that's all correct. And then late contraction, financials, consumer cyclical tend to do very well. So we know that when we're coming into a new stage, we're going to buy the right types of company, the companies that are supposed to do well at that stage. So the all-important question is, well, there's 2 questions, I guess. One of them is, where are we now? An even better question is, how do we know when we're coming into a new stage? Because if you know how to do this, you can buy the right types of company, the companies that are supposed to do well at that stage. There's 3 main steps to doing this. I'm going to give you the first one now because it's a quick, rough way to do it, and it'll be enough to get you started. What you do is go to the Financial Times website, the FT website, and there's a section on there called Leaders and Laggards, or you could get a copy of the Financial Times newspaper if you wanted, or do it online. And there's a section there called Leaders and Laggards, which lists all of the sectors. At the top of the list, the sectors have gone up the most. At the bottom of the list, sectors have gone down the most. And what we do is we look at about the top 10 or 12 sectors, and we say which types of sector have been doing the best. And in this example, we had health, personal care, pharmaceuticals, tobacco, food, and drug retail. They're all what we call consumer staple. We then had water, gas, utilities. They're all what we call utilities. So consumer staple utilities were doing very well. Consumer staple utilities doing very well. Whereabouts were we? Early contraction. Yeah, that's exactly where we were. It took about 5 seconds looking at the FT to work that out. Now, I'm going to give you another way to do this. If you go to this website, marketwatch.com, there's a free tool on there called a sector heat map, which looks like this. And each of the rectangles with a thick white outline is a sector. So we've got the energy sector, financial sector, healthcare sector, consumer sector, technology sector. Each of the smaller rectangles is a company. The brighter green the rectangle is, the more the stock price has gone up. The brighter red the rectangle is, the more the stock price or share price has gone down. Now, we use this in quite a sophisticated way. We say to ourselves, which of the sectors is greenest? That's it. Which of the sectors is greenest? And in this example, we've got consumer cyclical. Nearly all the squares are green in that. Half of technology is taking off in a really big way. Consumer cyclical, half of technology. Consumer cyclical, half of technology. Whereabouts were we? Swapping over between these 2 stages, yeah? So what types of company would you want to invest in? Capital goods, technology, transportation, because they're supposed to do well at that stage. Now, I'm going to show you a real example of the kind of huge profits you can make using this strategy. As a real example, we did this research a couple of years ago. We found out we were just coming into early contraction stage of the economy. It was very obvious. Everything was saying just coming into early contraction. And we then found out what are the sectors that are supposed to do well at that stage. And the sectors that are supposed to do well are consumer staple, utilities. We then found out what are the smaller bits within these sectors, what are the industries. So the smaller bits in consumer staple are hospital management companies, beverage companies, tobacco, etc. The smaller bits in the utilities, the industries, are electric companies, natural gas, water, etc. Yeah. So we found out we're coming into this stage. We found out the types of company that are supposed to do well at that stage. What are we going to do next? We're going to buy shares in these types of company because they're supposed to do well at that stage. Yeah. So hospital management companies supposed to do well. What I'm going to do is, rather than show you individual companies, I'm going to show you what happened to the whole industries on average. So you can see what happened to every company within the industry on average. So hospital management companies are supposed to do well. Red line is the stock market plummeting. Blue line, hospital management companies went up over 100% profit in a year on average. It was supposed to do that. Yeah, no surprise. That means if you picked a random company in the right industry, you made 100% profit in a year. It was supposed to do that. Let's look at another one. Electric companies supposed to do well. Market goes down, electric companies went over 70% profit in a year on average. They were supposed to do that. Beverages supposed to do well. Market went down, beverages went over 50% profit in a year on average. Natural gas supposed to do well. Natural gas went over 60% profit in a year on average. Tobacco supposed to do well. Tobacco went up 140% profit in a year on average. That's how much you made if you closed your eyes and picked a random company in the right industry. Yeah. Now, do we just want to close our eyes and make 140% return in a year? A few people say yes. Well, yes, of course. But that's how much you made if you picked a random company in the right industry. What could we do instead? We could pick a good company in a good industry. Yeah. Good company, good industry. 475% profit in a year. 500% profit in a year. When I learned this stuff, it totally turned my investing around. Where'd you learn about this? I've read over 300 books on investing. I didn't read it in any of those. I've attended over 30 investment training courses. I didn't learn it on any of those. I learned this after being mentored one-to-one by some of the world's top investors. They were all using this stuff. Most investors have no idea about this. If you're a complete beginner, you now have a massive advantage over most people. If you're already investing, you've got to start using this. It's so profitable. Now, on this example here, $2,000 would have become $12,000 in a year, $10,000 for 45 minutes work. Let me just check before we continue. Give me a yes in the questions box or the chat window if you would like to make $10,000 for 45 minutes work. Give me a yes if you'd like to do that. Seeing a lot of yeses coming in there. Okay, good. Now, because you can do that kind of thing once you get good at this strategy. Now, in this example, 500% profit in a year. In reality, would the return be quite that big? Well, no, probably not. You might miss the start of the stage. You might miss the end of the stage. What if you only made 200% profit in a year? Would that still be okay? Well, yeah, of course. Now, real trades, real money. Do people make these kind of returns using this strategy? Well, yeah, of course they do. Here's some of our course graduates. 500% profit in a year. I attended the course over a year ago. I started $2,000. I now have well over $10,000 profit using what I was teaching you just there, with a couple of extra steps you learned on the course. None of our course graduates, 3,000 to 47,000 in 9 weeks. Between a period of 8 to 9 weeks, I made my 3,000 initial investment grow to $47,000 using what I was teaching you just there, with a couple of extra steps you learned on the course. None of our course graduates, 242% profit in 8 months, just using these strategies. Now, I have another strategy that I'm going to teach you. But first of all, I have a question for you. Type a yes into the chat window. Type a yes if you are feeling lucky today. Now, I can see a lot of yeses coming in there. Yes, 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 me. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is, for before the end of this talk, I'm going to give one of you the chance to get my trading watch list for free. Now, what is this? This is the list of exactly what I'm looking to trade. And for one of you, I'm going to give you the chance to get that for free. And what it is, each week for 12 weeks, I'll send you the list of exactly what I'm looking to trade. Now, I'm right up to date. Now, I put there value $5,000. I currently have 43 people who've paid me $5,000 each to get hold of my watch lists. Now, what I'm going to do is, for one of you, each week for 12 weeks, I'm going to send you my trading watch list for US shares, up trades and down trades, US stocks, UK shares, up trades and down trades, and Forex trades right up to date, exactly what I'm looking to trade. Now, as I said, I've currently got 43 people, paid me $5,000 each to get hold of my watch lists. Why do those people think it's worth paying me $5,000 for my watch list? Two main reasons. One is, by seeing what I'm looking to trade each week, that's a really good way to learn. And you can start to get pretty good pretty fast by watching that. The second reason is, what quite a few of these people are doing is they're just copying my trades. And quite a few of these people are making many thousands of dollars just copying my trades. For example, this guy, $8,000 profit using Darren's watch list. I use trades from Darren's watch list. I'm up $8,000 on a pot of 10,000 in 4 months. Pretty much just copying my trades, yeah? So even if you know nothing about investing, you could make a lot of money using that. Well worth the $5,000. I'm going to give one of you the chance to get that for free before the end of this talk. I can see a lot of people saying, me. I'm going to give one of you the chance to get that for free before the end of this talk. So let's talk about the investment rules now. Actually, first of all, I have a question for you. How much money is there in the stock markets? Type the answer into the chat window if you know. How much money is there in the stock markets? Okay, I'm seeing millions, billions, trillions. I'll tell you how much. There is enough for all of us, that's for sure. If you take into account the main American markets, the main European stock markets, that's $10 trillion. That's without even including the Forex markets. Now, let me just check before we continue. Would you like a share of $10 trillion? Give me a yes in the questions box if you like that. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of yeses there. So good, it would be a short presentation otherwise. Now, the markets are a bit like a big bank safe. All the money's there, but most people don't know the correct combination code or sequence of steps to get the money out of the markets. If you are standing in front of the bank safe and the safe door is closed, and someone says you can have all the money out of the safe if you can get it out, and here's the combination code, is that easy, yes or no? That's pretty easy. If you've got the combination code, it's easy. What about if you don't have the combination code? Is that a bit trickier? Yeah, it's a bit trickier. Most people don't know the combination code to get the money out of the markets. I've now been investing for over 20 years. The first couple of years I spent learning the combination code. I worked out that I spent over $100,000 of my money learning the combination code to get the money out of the markets. As I said, I went off around the world. I found some of the world's top traders, top investors, and I got them to mentor me one-to-one. And some of these people, I had to pay a lot of money. One guy, I paid $20,000 for him to teach me for 4 hours a month. So at $20,000, I got 1 hour a week on the telephone. Now, who thinks that was a good deal? $20,000 for an hour a week on the telephone. Well, depends what I learn. I can tell you, using what he taught me, over the next few years, I made several $100,000. So was it a good deal, yes or no? Well, yeah, absolutely. Any good investor knows the important thing is not how much something costs, is how much it's worth. And it's certainly worth me paying that guy $20,000 to teach me, yeah? Now, we're going to cover the first part of the combination code. There are 6 main mistakes that traders and investors make. And I discovered that this is the combination code. The combination code is, once you correct these 6 mistakes, you can start to get consistent big money from the markets. And the first mistake that people make is not using the correct investment indicators. Now, for beginners, what is an investment indicator? It's something which is related to the price that we use to help us tell what's going to happen next to the price. Actually, let's do a non-investing example. Let's say time of day. Time of day is an indicator for how much traffic is on the roads. If it's 8:30 Monday morning in a big city on a normal day, not a corona day, on a normal day, so 8:30 Monday morning in a big city, is there going to be a lot of traffic on the roads? Yes or no? Yeah, of course. What about if it's 11:30 Monday morning? Is there likely to be less traffic on the roads? Yeah. So time of day is an indicator for how much traffic is on the roads. An investment indicator is something related to the price we use to help us tell what's going to happen next to the price. So in this example, we have the price is this kind of squiggly line at the top here. That's the price. The indicator is this black squiggly line at the bottom here. Yeah. Now this indicator is called RSI. Now we need to use the right settings, but let me just explain how this works. So when this black indicator line crosses above the red line, like it's done just here, that tells us to buy. And when the black, so it's telling us to buy just here. And when the black indicator line crosses below the red line, like it's done over here, it's telling us to sell. So in that real example there, you would have made a nice profit. Let's look at another one. So the black indicator line crosses above the red line, it tells us to buy. So we buy just there. And when the black indicator line crosses below the red line, we'd sell. So just here. Yeah, another real example, you would have made a nice profit on that. Let's do one more. So it crosses above the red line. The black line crosses above the red line, tells us to buy. And have we sold yet? Nope, we're still in the trade. Yeah, it's still above the red line. So we're still in the trade, still making money on that one. Yeah, fairly easy so far. Now I'm going to give you a test. So you've got to tell me when to buy. In the chat window, type the letter B when you'd buy. Okay, just type letter B when you'd buy in the chat window. Okay, yeah, you got it. I can see lots of B's coming in. B, 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 B. Okay, excellent. Okay, now in the chat window, type the letter S when you would sell. Okay. No, we're still in the trade. Yeah, it hasn't crossed back below that line. Yeah, so we're still in the trade, still making money. Yeah, let's try it again. So type the letter B when we should buy, or you just type buy if you want. Not quite. Yeah, you got it. I can see loads of people saying buy, buy, B. Yeah, just there. Excellent. Okay. Now type in an S or sell when we should sell. Yeah, just there. Yeah, definitely just there. There's lots of S's coming in. Yeah, just there, we'd sell. Another real example, you would have made a nice profit on that one. Now, was that fairly easy to learn? That was pretty easy, yeah? There are 4 other main indicators that I use. They're all just as simple to learn. This stuff is easy. Now, you might be thinking, well, if it's this easy, why doesn't everybody do it? Because most people don't know the correct combination code. They don't know what indicators to use. They don't know what settings to use. They don't know this stuff. Once you know it, it's easy. Anyone can do it. Now, of course, you've got to do the practice so you get good, but it's easy to learn this stuff. Now, I'm going to teach you another strategy. But first of all, I have a question for you. Who is feeling really lucky today? Type a yes into the chat box if you're feeling really lucky today. Let's have a look. Okay, that's a lot of people. Okay, cool. Type a yes into the chat box if you're feeling really lucky. Okay, excellent. I can see a lot of yeses coming in there. What I'm going to do is, before the end of this talk, I'm going to give one of you the chance to attend our Investment Success 3-day live event for free. And that would be for you and a guest. Now, obviously, due to the whole Corona situation, we can't run events at the moment. But as soon as we can, which I'm guessing will be towards the end, well, probably in the next few months, we'll be able to run these. We'll start running them again. And I'm going to give one of you the chance to attend that for free before the end of this talk. It would normally be for 2 tickets to that training program would be $5,000. Many people have already bought that from us for $5,000 for 2 tickets. It's well worth it. They were very happy they attended. It's a 3-day training course, and the first morning is for complete beginners, where we get you up to speed, check you know how to get started, check you understand how to do everything. Then we cover the strategies. You see real examples. We get you to do practical exercises. really is an incredible training program. It's actually won many awards for the best investment training program. And before the end of this talk, I'm going to give one of you the chance to get that for free, a ticket for you and a guest. So we just covered the first part of the combination code, which was indicators. There are 5 other parts to the combination code. They're all just as easy to learn. Once you know all 6 parts of the combination code, what happens to the safe door? It opens, and you can start getting consistent big money from the markets. Now, I was thinking about this, and I thought, well, for me to learn the combination code, it cost me over $100,000 of my money. It cost me several years of my life. But once I knew it, it was easy. Anybody could do it. And I thought, what would be the best way to teach other people the combination code so that they can master it in the quickest, easiest way possible? And I thought the best way to do this is I'll get a lot of people to send me in trades. I will analyze their trades. And I'll record some videos. And on those videos, I'll point out anywhere where they made one of these 6 main mistakes. And I'll tell them exactly how to correct the mistake. I'll record the video. I'll show them how to do it right the next time. And I thought if I point out these 6 mistakes enough times and people watch the videos, they'll know exactly how to do this. And I thought in order to point out the 6 mistakes enough times, I probably need about 24 trades to look through. And I thought if I do the project properly, I can probably record 4 trade analysis videos a day. Because I've got to look at the person's trade, record the video, tell them how to do it right the next time. Probably do 4 videos a day, 24 trades. The project would take me 6 days to complete. Now, I mentioned earlier, I currently charge $30,000 for a single one-to-one mentoring session. So I thought if I only did 1 mentoring session a day for 6 days, that's $180,000. 6 days of my time is worth about $180,000. I thought if I spend the 6 days producing this product, is anyone going to pay me $180,000 for it? And I thought, well, I don't know. And I produced this product anyway. 24 trade analysis videos, basically the combination code to getting consistent big money from the markets. And I told all my clients about it. I said, look, I've just produced this product, 24 trade analysis videos. I said, watch this, you'll know exactly how to do it. And I told them how much I thought it was worth. I said, I spent over $100,000 of my money learning this stuff. Took me over 6 days to produce this product. 6 days of my time is worth about £180,000. I said, I reckon this product is worth several £100,000 or $1,000. I said, make me an offer. One small group of investors paid me $130,000 to get hold of these 24 videos. I'll show you what they got for their money. They got the 24 trade analysis videos on 8 memory sticks. They got 1 group mentoring session with me, and they got a couple of other training videos. But the main thing they're after were these 24 trade analysis videos. Now, a couple of months later, another group of investors heard about this product. They also heard about the results the first group were getting. A second group of investors paid me $130,000 to get hold of these 24 videos. They got the same thing as the first group. But what I thought is with this second group, I thought they obviously know the value of these 24 videos. I know the value of these 24 videos, but I thought it doesn't really do it justice giving them their 24 trade analysis videos on 8 plastic multicolored memory sticks. I thought for this second group, I'm going to do something even better. So what I did is for the second group, I gave them their 24 trade analysis videos on a 24 karat gold plated memory stick. I thought that's more like it. That's showing the real value of what they're getting. And I worked out how much they paid to get hold of those 24 videos. As I said, a one-to-one or a group mentoring, I currently charge $30,000. So they basically paid $100,000 to get hold of those 24 videos. Now you might be thinking, well, that's a lot of money to pay for just 24 videos. The question is, was it worth it? I can tell you right now, from the early feedback from the group, I'm guessing they've already made more than $1 million using what they learned on those videos. Within 4 weeks, one of the group made over $50,000 profit. Within 8 weeks, another group made over $100,000 profit. That was $150,000 profit in the first 8 weeks. In total, they paid me $130,000. They were already up within 8 weeks. As I said earlier, any good investor knows the important thing is not how much something costs, it's how much it's worth. And it was certainly worth those guys paying me over $100,000 to get hold of those videos. I actually kept one of these for myself. I thought this is so valuable. I want to keep one for myself. I have it here on my desk. I'll show you actually. Let's just bring that up to the camera. and hopefully you can see that. That's a 24 karat gold plated memory stick with the 24 trade analysis videos on. Two small groups of traders, investors paid me $100,000 each to get hold of that. Well, over that. So I'm going to keep that one very safe. Now, I'm going to give you another strategy, a very profitable strategy, but also a very simple strategy. It's a very good one for beginners. It's good for everybody, but it's a nice, simple one to learn. I'm going to give you that strategy in just a second, but we've been sitting here for a while. Let's stay sitting down, but let's just do a quick stretch, and I'll stretch with you as well. So quick stretch to the left. Oh, that's good. And a quick stretch to the right. Oh, that feels good. And let's roll the shoulders back. Oh, that feels good. And roll the shoulders forwards. Oh, and head to the left. Oh, head to the right. Oh, and head forwards. And this deep breath in and out. And in and out. Okay, good. We're ready for this. Got another great strategy for you. So this next strategy, I was actually, I was invited to speak at an event last year. It was the start of last year. It was actually January. And I was, somebody had said, will you come to my event and give a talk on investing? And I said, yeah, of course. And I was sitting at the back of the room waiting to go on stage. And I had about 2 hours before I was going to be on stage. I didn't really have anything to do. So I took out my phone and I traded the strategy that I'm about to teach you. And whilst I was sitting at the back of the room on my phone, in those couple of hours, using the strategy I'm about to teach you, I made $12,000 profit in about 2 hours. And in order to do those size of trades, you would have needed about $20,000 in your account. Now you might say, well, I don't have $20,000. Okay, well, that's fine. If you had $2,000, you would have made $1,200 profit in 2 hours. Yeah, still pretty nice. Now, I think I took a screenshot of my phone just to show you the trades that I was doing. Yeah, there you go. So that's my trading history for that day. 4,000, well, it's actually 4,000 pounds, 4,000 pounds, 4,000 pounds. So it was over 12,000 pounds profit in a couple of hours, which is more than $12,000 profit. That was in just a couple of hours. That was all on the same day, as I said, just in a couple of hours while I was waiting to go on stage and give a talk. Yeah, I'm going to teach you that strategy in just a second. I've got another strategy that I use, which I call my summer holiday strategy, because I used it to pay for my summer holidays, my vacation. And this other strategy, my summer vacation strategy, I thought I'd show you my trading statements for when I was using this. So you can see the date here. So this was kind of the start of one of my summer holidays. That was the first week in June. And that week there's the trades that I did 13 trades. I got 12 out of 13 correct. The 13th was break even, it was 0. That took me about a total of 45 minutes work. That week, for 45 minutes work, I made $97,000 profit. I took a month vacation. I went on vacation for a month. I went to Portugal, stayed in a beautiful villa in Portugal. I then went to Italy and I stayed in Fregena. I hired a beautiful villa right by the beach in Fregena. I came back a month later and I did another week's trading. This week, you can see, because that's kind of mid-July when I was back, I did 14 trades. I got 14 out of 14 correct. Again, took me about 45 minutes work. That week, I made $286,000 profit. Took my total for those 2 weeks up to $384,000. I then went on holiday. I went on vacation for another month. I went to Portugal, stayed in, I went to Bodrum, stayed in the best 5-star hotel. I had the best suite. I went with my family. There's my son by the pool there. I also went to Marbella in Spain, had a wonderful vacation for a month, came back to the UK, did another week's trading. Did 6 trades, 6 out of 6 correct. That's the statement from my phone. Total work, 30 minutes. In those 30 minutes for that total work, I made $106,000 profit. Took my total for those 3 weeks up to $490,000. Now, you might say, well, that's okay for you, Darren. You're good at this. What about for someone else? I taught one of my team this strategy just before I went on holiday. He'd never seen it before, never done the strategy before. I taught him for about 2 hours. 1 week later, he sent me this WhatsApp message. First week's results, 30 out of 30 wins, £1,300 profit. So that's more than $1,300 profit in a week. He'd never done the strategy before. I taught him in about 2 hours. So let me teach you this first strategy. It's called channeling strategy. Quite often prices will bounce up and down in a very regular, uniform way. When they do that, we call it channeling. And what happens is when the price gets near to this invisible level here, we call support, it tends to bounce and go up. When it gets near to this invisible level here, we call resistance, it tends to bounce and come back down. If you saw the price doing that kind of pattern, when would you want to buy it? You'd buy it when it's close to, type into the chat window, when would you buy it? When it's close to, yeah, I can see a few people saying support, support, S, support. Okay, good, yeah. So we're going to buy it when it's close to support. And when would we sell it? We're going to sell it when it's close to, type into the chat window. When are we going to sell it? And yeah, a few people saying, oh, resistance, yeah, you got it up here. Yeah, we're going to sell it. So we're going to buy it here, sell it here. Right now in America, there are lots of shares doing this channeling pattern, stocks doing this channeling pattern. In America, Canada, Europe, wherever you live in the world, China, Singapore, doesn't matter where you live, India, there's always stocks and shares doing this channeling pattern. Yeah. Forex trades, they quite often do this channeling pattern. Let me show you a few examples. So here's an Australian dollar, US dollar doing a channel. So what do? We buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down. That was a nice trade. Here's another example. Anyone heard of that little company? Microsoft, yeah, doing a channel. So what do? We buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, and make money as it comes down. On the online training program, you learn how to make money as it comes down as well. Just as easy to do. That one, you would have done 150% profit in a year if you traded that channel. Another channel, so what do? You buy here, make money. Buy here, make money. Buy here, make money. Buy here, make money. That one would have done 70% profit in 5 months if you traded that channel. Another stock here, this one, 60% profit in 6 months if you traded that channel. Another share there, 140% profit in 7 months if you traded that one. 2,000 would have become over almost 5,000 trading that one. Now, 140% return in 7 months, that's pretty good. Sometimes I trade channels that do even better than that. Here's one that I traded a while ago. Each of these bounces was about 50% profit. This one did 180% profit in a month. 2,000 would have become over 5,000 in a month trading that channel. Now, I hope you're thinking a couple of things. One of them is, well, this channeling stuff looks very profitable, it looks very easy, and I want to do it. I hope you are thinking that because it is. But I also hope you're thinking something else, and that is, well, I bet as soon as I do it, what happens? It stops channeling and it goes down. Could that happen? Well, yeah, of course. So I'm going to give you an excellent way to protect yourself from that happening. If you want to write this down, what I do is I use an indicator called ROC. You'll find it on any of the free big financial websites. And I use a 14-day setting. So ROC, 14-day setting. And what you do is you get the computer to draw the indicator for you. If the indicator makes a lower bottom than the one before, you don't do the trade. That's the rule. If the indicator makes a lower bottom than the one before, you don't do the trade. And that will protect you in about 80 to 90% of the cases. This then becomes a highly profitable, highly reliable strategy. Now, again, real trades, real money. Do people make these kind of returns using this strategy? Well, yeah, of course they do. None of our course graduates, $6,000 profit with channeling. From an initial stake of $1,000, I generated a return of $6,000 over 2 months. The technique I was using was channeling along with your recommended indicator. So this guy started with $1,000, did channeling, 2 months later, $6,000 profit. Now, if you started with $1,000 today, and in 2 months' time you made $6,000 profit, would you be fairly happy with that? Yes or no? Yes, a pretty good return, yeah? Now, I'm going to, in just a couple of minutes, I'm going to give you what is probably the most important thing you will ever learn in trading and investing. I'm going to give you that in just a couple of minutes' time. I would say it's the #1 most important thing you will ever learn in trading and investing. And if If it was the only thing that you learn from coming on this training session today, it would have been worth you being here. Yeah, I'm going to teach you that in just a couple of minutes time, and you'll definitely want to hear that technique. Before that, I thought it might be a good idea to let you hear from a few of our course graduates. Now, I was going to play you a short video, but I was told the audio on it is probably going to be terrible through this streaming system we got set up. So what I'll do is I'm going to play the first maybe 10 seconds of the video, and then I'll just summarize it for you. So let's have a go at this. I'll stop it after about 10 seconds, and I'll just kind of summarize the video for you. So some of our course graduates.
I'm Martin Bristow. I started off with £4,000. I've doubled that, in fact, more than doubled that in 2 years. I've made £8,000 profit.
I'm Mikasa Snevins. I've been trading.
Okay, I'll stop it there. I don't know what the audio was like for you, but I was told it was probably not going to be that great. But what I'll do is I'll just summarize this for you. So all of these people here, by the way, if you want to see the full video, it's on our website. You can see the whole video. You'll see all these people tell their stories.
Darren, we can hear it okay. So if you would like to play them, go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. I'll do the summary. I kind of set it up ready for a summary. So here we go. What I'm doing is I'm basically wanting to show you that our graduates, our course graduates, come from all different backgrounds. We've got people in all different careers, starting with all different types of start capital. So, for example, this guy, a student, started with £4,000. So that's about $4,000, fairly similar. Turned it into 12,000 in 2 years, which is a pretty incredible return. This guy, an accountant, started with 14,000, turned it into 28,000 in 3 months. Pretty incredible return. Another of our students started with £250. So that's about $250, around about there. Very small start capital, grew it to 1,500 in 3 months. Again, a great return. Another of our students, a dentist, started with 2,000, made 10,000 in 3 months, which is fantastic. This lady, a housewife, also a part-time vet, complete beginner, never traded before. We taught her the strategies, 30% return she made. This guy, 88 successful trades out of 94, pretty incredible. I taught him a couple of very reliable strategies, and he just practiced, got good at them. This guy, 30% return on his trades. This lady, 2,000 profit in a day. And she goes on to say, and then I did even better than that. This guy, 11,000 to 36,000 in a year. This guy started with 5,000, made 12,000 profit in a year. This guy, you saw him on one of the slides, designer, went from 3,000 to 47,000 in 9 weeks, which is amazing return. This guy started with 5,000, paid off 30,000 in debt, and made enough money to cover his mortgage every month, and made enough money to go on 3 very good holidays every year. As I said, if you want to, on our website, we have the full video. You can watch that. But they're real people. They did those things. But the reason I wanted to show you that video and those slides there was just to show nearly everybody you saw there was a complete beginner before they did our training course, knew nothing about investing. But the thing is, it's a bit like if you want to make a cake, if you have the recipe and you follow the steps, you can make the cake. With investing, even if you know nothing about investing, if you're given the right strategies and you follow the steps, you can get the same results. And on the online training program, we're going to teach you exactly the same strategies that I taught to those people. Yeah, anybody can do this if they learn the right strategies. This is how I was able to work with a group of 10, 11-year-old children and have them making money within a few hours, because I said to them, look, I said, here's a proven strategy that works. I said, just follow the steps. And the kids just followed the steps and started to get the results. Yeah, so if you learn the right strategies, really anybody can do this. Now, let's talk about this rule that I said. I said I was going to give you one of the most important things you'll ever learn in trading and investing, and that's this. I would say this is the #1 most important thing you'll ever learn. You've got to let your profits run and cut your losses short. What do most investors do? Most investors do the exact opposite. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to do this the right way around. So in this example, price went up, came down, bounced once, bounced twice at about the same level. If the price bounces at about the same level twice, we call it a double bottom chart pattern. It's a very simple, very basic chart pattern, and it means the price is now more likely to go up than go down. So just here, this is actually a good place to buy. And just there, that's actually this is a very sensible place to buy. And as soon as we buy, we're going to place a sell stop below this price bottom. And for beginners, what is a sell stop? A sell stop is an automatic order to get you out of the trade if it drops down to that level. So if the price drops to that level, it will be sold automatically. Now, everybody, tell me, why do we use a sell stop? Type it into the chat window or the message window. Why do we use a sell stop? Okay, and I'm seeing protect capital. Yeah. Limit loss, limit risk. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, a sell stop is to protect our capital. And what we're going to do is, as the price goes up, as soon as we get another price bottom, we will cancel this sell stop and we'll move it up to there. Price goes up, we get another price bottom. We cancel this sell stop, we move it up to there. Price goes up, we get another price bottom. We cancel this sell stop, we move it up to there. What's the biggest loss we could make on that trade? Biggest loss, we buy it, drops to our sell stop, we have a limited loss. It would be sold automatically when it gets to our sell stop. We have a limited loss. What's the biggest profit we can make on that trade? Type it into the chat window. What's the biggest profit we can make if we did this trade using this technique? What's the biggest profit we can make? I'm seeing unlimited, unlimited. Yeah, unlimited profit. Unlimited profit, limited loss. That's how you've got to be investing. Most investors have no idea about that. You've got to be doing that. Now, if you're a complete beginner, you have a massive advantage over most people. If you're already investing, you've got to start using that. It's so important. Whether you want to do day trading, long-term, medium-term investing, stocks and shares, Forex, commodities, indices, you've got to be using something like that. So important. Yeah. Now, trading psychology and the wealth psychology. Occasionally, when I talk about wealth psychology, someone will say, I don't care about the wealth psychology. Just give me the strategies. They're usually the people that don't do very well. You've got to get the right wealth mindset. So important. So I'm going to give you a couple of most important bits on this. First of all, your trading emotions. Two main trading emotions are fear and greed. And a couple of good ways to overcome these. First one is make your investment decisions out of hours when the markets are closed, in the evening or the weekend. And you will make far smarter, far more profitable decisions by doing that. Because what happens is when the markets are open and prices are moving up and down, it's very emotional. Yeah. And if you want to make far calmer, more sensible, more profitable decisions, you make them when the markets are closed, in the evening or the weekend. Now, if you want to do day trading, that's absolutely fine. But first of all, get good at making your trading decisions out of hours. And the other way to overcome these two emotions, fear and greed, is, as we already said, make sure you're using sell stops. Yeah. The first stop, to protect your capital. And then as the price goes up, you move the stop up to lock in more and more profit. Yeah. And that's a really good way to make sure you're letting your profits run and you're cutting your losses short. Now, this next point, I would say this is just really a good wealth belief. And that is, the more you give, the more you get. A lot of religion talk about this. I just think it's a really good attitude to have in life. It's a great feeling to make a lot of money fast. But I would say it's an even better feeling than being able to use some of that money to help people less fortunate than yourself. And over the years, I've been involved in all kinds of charity projects. I really think one of the most fulfilling things in life is to be in a position where you can help other people. And I'm sure a lot of you have already had that experience. So one of the things I did is, once I started to become very good at trading and investing, I thought, how can I use these skills to help other people as well as myself? And one of the things I do now is I run what I call charity live trading days. And what happens is we all get together, trade my money, real money, in front of everybody, and a lot of them copy my trades. And what we do is we trade for the day, we make a whole load of money, and then at the end of the day, we give 100% of the money from the event to charity. And we choose a different charity each time. And the last charity live trading day that we were running, we were raising money for SOS Children's Villages, great children's charity. They do work all around the world for kids that really need the most help. And I was really felt privileged to be able to help out there. They do such a great job. And we had a fantastic day. As I said, I was trading my money for real in front of everybody. Lots of people copying my trades. We made a whole load of money, and then we gave 100% of the money from the event to charity. Which, the thing is, once you get good at this, it's great for you, but it's also great because you can help a lot of other people. Yeah, if you've got something which you really believe in, something close to your heart, maybe a charity you want to support, or maybe just a family member, like a relative or someone close to you, want to be able to help out financially, what a great way to do it. Yeah, once you get good at this skill, you can make yourself a lot of money, but you can help a lot of other people as well. Now, there's been quite a few research projects done that have found this is one of the biggest influences on how wealthy and successful you become. And that is who you surround yourself with. You've got to surround yourself with positive people, people who are going to encourage you to do things. I mean, a good example in my life that totally changed my life, about 20 years ago, I attended a training course by a guy called Tony Robbins. Actually, out of interest, type a yes into the questions box chat window if you've heard of Tony Robbins. Give me a yes if you've heard of Tony Robbins. Okay, I can see a lot of yeses coming in there. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, cool. Okay, a lot of people heard of Tony Robbins. There's a couple of no's in there as well. For those of you who haven't heard of Tony Robbins, how do we describe Tony to the people who haven't heard of him? Give me a 1 or 2 word answer in the chat window. How do we describe Tony? Give me a 1 or 2 word description of Tony in the chat window. I'm seeing huge, giant, energy, positive, motivational, coach, life coach. Okay, cool. I think Tony describes himself as the world's #1 life coach. His clients are people like presidents of countries and top athletes. And it's good stuff. I like Tony's stuff. And I attended his training course about 20 years ago with someone who used to be a friend back then. And what happened is, partway through the course, Tony told us about all the other training courses that he runs, as people do on these courses. And one of the courses he told us about was Life Mastery. It was 10 days in Hawaii, where he was going to teach us about health, wealth, relationships, all kinds of great topics. And the ticket for the training course was $10,000. And he told us it was the last one he was ever going to do in that format in Hawaii. And it sounded amazing. And I said to my friend, I said, in the break, I'm going to go and book a place on that Life Mastery. And my friend said to me, well, you should probably think about it a bit more. And he said, you can't really afford to do it anyway. And he said, and his talk on it was a bit salesy. And he said, it's probably not the last one he's going to do anyway. And what if it's not as good as he says it is? And he started giving me all his excuses as to why he wasn't going to do it. And I said to him, I said, look, I don't care about your excuses. I said, and I don't care if his talk on it was a bit salesy. What I care about is whether it's good content. And if this guy believes in his course, if he's passionate about it, he should be trying to persuade me to do it. I said, in the break, I'm going to go and book a place. And in the break, I went and booked a place, $10,000 Life Mastery. At the time, I was $50,000 in debt. I paid for it on a couple of credit cards. And I thought, well, unless I take some kind of decisive action, my life is probably not going to change. If I just keep doing the same things, I'm going to keep getting the same results. And I thought, once I've paid for this, I'll find a way. Somehow I'm going to make this work. And I went on that training course, and it was an incredible training course. Give me a yes in the chat window if you've been on Life Mastery with Tony. Give me a yes. And I see a couple of people saying, yes, I wish. Someone say, yes, I did. Okay, cool, excellent. A few people saying, I'd really like to. Okay, good. The thing is, well, first of all, I should say, I believe that a big part of why I went from $50,000 in debt to making over $1 million within 3 years was because of what Tony taught us on that course. Because he taught us how to model people, how to learn their strategies. I then went off around the world. I found some of the world's top traders, top investors, and I did what Tony said. I modeled their strategies, learned how they did things. And I came back to the UK, I applied what I'd learned, and my life improved rapidly. And my friend saw what was happening, and he said, wow, he said, that must have been an amazing course. And I said, yeah, it was incredible. He said, I'm going to book a place. And he called their office, and he said, I want to do Life Mastery with Tony in Hawaii. They said, Tony is never going to do that exact same format course again in Hawaii. And he never did. He never did that exact same format course again. I'm just so glad that I didn't let my friend hold me back. Now, I know sometimes it can be tough because sometimes it's your partner that's holding you back. But if something feels right, you've got to go for it. That's how your life moves ahead. And back then, my friend had a normal job. doing something he doesn't really like. Guess what he's doing now? The same job he doesn't really like. Yeah. And what I found in life, I mean, I'm just so glad that I didn't let him hold me back. What I found in life, and I'm sure you have as well, it just comes down to 1 or 2 decisions that change the whole direction of your life. And for me, going on that training course totally changed my life. That's the great thing about life. One decision can massively improve everything. That's all it takes. Now, this next point, use the power of compound returns. Now, most people have at least heard of a compound return. Actually, give me a yes in the chat window if you've heard of a compound return. Most people, I think, have at least heard of a compound return. Give me a yes if you've heard of it. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, lots of yeses, cool. A couple of no's as well. So what is a compound return? Compound return means making money using the money you've already made, reinvesting the profits. What a lot of traders and investors do is they try and make big money fast, which is fine. But the real secret to building huge wealth is getting consistency. Because once you can get consistent monthly profits, you can start with even a small amount of capital and you can grow huge wealth relatively quickly once you get this consistency. And part of what you're going to be learning in our online training program is how to get that consistency. Because once you're getting consistent monthly returns, this is how your money grows. It starts growing gradually at first. It then accelerates massively. Now, I'm going to show you one last video of my talk. What I'll do is I'll play maybe the first 10, 15 seconds, and then I'll kind of summarize it for you. Is one of our course graduates, after we showed him how to get consistency, because I want you to see how your money can grow once you get this consistency. Now, I should say, just to be totally open with you, this guy didn't just do our training course. He was actually trained by me personally. And as you already know, to be trained by me personally, one of the only few ways to do that now is through the one-to-one mentoring. So I know for quite a few of you, maybe that's not an option, but I still want you to see this video so you can see how your money grows once you get this consistency. As I said, I'll play the first kind of 10 seconds and then I'll summarize it for you. So have a quick listen to this.
What was your starting capital? My starting capital was £5,000. Okay, and then using what you learned on the course, strategies, the techniques, how much did you make profit from trading? I think over the period of time, over the whole period of time, probably about £500,000. So about £500,000. I was thinking, actually, that's kind of an underestimate.
Okay, so I'll summarize what he goes on to say. So he started with £5,000, so that's about $5,000, a little bit more than that. And he turned that into $500,000. And he goes on to say, actually, that's an underestimate. I also saved my pension. I also bought a house in the south of France for cash using the strategies that I taught him. Because what I did, I taught him a couple of very simple but very profitable strategies, and I showed him how to get consistency. Because once you can get consistent monthly returns, you can start with a small amount of capital and grow huge wealth relatively quickly. That is the sensible way to build your wealth. And on the online training program, you're going to be learning exactly what we taught him about how to get consistency. Now, whilst we're talking about consistency, you saw this guy on one of the slides, and also I think in one of the videos, 88 winners out of 94. I completed the training course over a year ago. I've been successful in 88 out of 94 trades. I taught this guy a very, very, very reliable strategy that I learned after being mentored one-to-one by one of the world's top traders. It's a very simple strategy. Anyone could do it, even a complete beginner. In the online training program, you're going to learn that exact same strategy. It's a great, great strategy, very reliable. Another of our course graduates, $30,000 profit in the first 4 months. Another of our course graduates, $500 profit per week after the training. On average, I make $400 to $500 profit per week. Best thing of all, I'm using £2,000 capital or $2,000 capital. Another of our course graduates, $2,000 to $11,000. Another of our course graduates, $48,000 in 1 month. Darren's training course has truly changed my financial destiny and that of my family. This month, I made $48,000 from trading. Now, if you could make an extra $48,000 a month, would that make your life a bit easier? Yes or no? For sure, yeah. Another of our course graduates, $24,000 in 1 week. We have literally thousands of success stories and testimonials from people who've done our training program. We actually have over 8,000 success stories and testimonials from people who've done our training program. How have we managed to get so many success stories? Because the strategies we teach work. How have we managed to be the #1 investment training company in Europe for over 15 years? Because the strategies we teach work. Now, I'm going to do something very, very special for everybody who's watching this right now. And also, if you're watching the replay of this, I'm also going to do exactly the same thing for you as well. So listen very carefully. What I'm going to do is I am going to give you an absolutely incredible offer. And this will be the best offer that we've ever done in the history of our company. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And also what I'm going to do is I am going to share with you one of the most important bits of advice I've ever been given about becoming truly wealthy. First of all, let me give this offer, and this will be absolutely incredible. You are definitely going to want to hear this. Our online Forex and stock market masterclass training course is 100% online, so it's perfect for learning from home. It's over 16 hours of videos of me personally teaching the best strategies, the best techniques that I learned from the world trading champions. This is, as I said, this is my life work. I spent over 25 years learning the best strategies, finding the very best techniques, the very best strategies. I've spent over $100,000 of my money learning all of this stuff. In this online training program, you get everything. You get all my best strategies, all my best techniques, everything I learned. And I explain it in a really simple, clear way. So even complete beginners, you're going to understand this. It is an incredible training program. And as I said, I'm actually very proud of this training program. I truly believe that it's the best online investment training program in the world. And it's strategies that I've used to teach thousands of people how to invest successfully. It's an incredible training program. And as well as the online training program, you get an online one-to-one session with one of my team. And after each lesson, you get a live Q&A session, a live questions and answer session. So you get all of your questions answered live, which is a really, really effective way to learn. Now, the investment for that training at $4,997, that's the real price. That's what people have paid for that training program. But I'm going to give you an incredible offer now. And you are definitely going to want to hear this offer. First of all, let me just explain what you're going to learn on the training program. You're going to learn step by step exactly how to do this for real. So even if you're a complete beginner, by the end of the program, you'll know how to do this. You're going to learn my best Forex strategies, my best stock market strategies, exactly step by step how to do them. And you're also going to learn my best cryptocurrency strategies for things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple. If you're a beginner and you don't know what cryptocurrencies are, that's absolutely fine. I'll explain what they are as well. But basically, you get all of my best strategies. And you're going to learn a strategy that I used to double my money in less than a week. Now, if you could double your money in less than a week, would that make your life a bit easier? Yes or no? And you're going to learn how to set this all up on autopilot. So it'll take literally 1 hour a week to do these strategies. And that can be in the evening or the weekend. You've got a full-time job or a business. Very easy to run this alongside. And you're going to learn my most powerful day trading, medium-term and long-term strategies, exactly step by step how to do them. And we do all of this in practice. So you'll see me doing these strategies in practice, going through each of the steps, and then I set you a practical exercise, and then we have the live Q&A session, so you get all your questions answered. So really, really effective way to learn. Now, as I said, normal investment for that would be $4,997, so $5,000. And I would say it's worth many, many times that. What you learn on the training program, you could use to make many times that. But I am going to give you an offer. So, and this is going to be an incredible offer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you have the online Forex stock market masterclass training program, and you'll have the online one-to-one session, one of my team, and you'll have the live questions and answer sessions. I'm going to let you have all of that instead of $5,000. I'm going to let you have, if you book your place right now, today, I'm going to let you have that for just $970. That's US dollars, $970. That is incredible. That is the best offer we've ever done in the history of our company. Now, and I'm actually going to make this even better for you. I'm going to give you a couple of extra things in just a second that you'll definitely want to hear about. But first of all, I would say at $5,000, it is great value. What you learn on the training program, you could use to make many, many times that. At $970, that is incredible value for what you're going to be learning. I spent over $100,000 of my money learning this stuff. And for you, $970. It's just an incredible offer. But I'm actually going to make this even better for you. There's a few people already saying, I want to book. How do I book? I'm getting there. I'm going to make this even better for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a VIP upgrade, which means what you're going to do is, or what you're going to get is, I talked about my trading watch list earlier. This is where each week for 12 weeks, I send you a list of exactly what I'm looking to trade for American stocks, up trades and down trades, UK shares, up trades and down trades, Forex trades, right up to date, exactly what I'm looking to trade. I said I've currently got 43 people pay me $5,000 each to get hold of my watch list. Why do they think it's worth paying me $5,000 for my watch list? Because a lot of them just copy my trades and make a lot more than that. Like this guy, $8,000 profit using Darren's watch list. It's well worth the $5,000. What I'm going to say is, for those of you who book a place right now, today, I'm going to give you the $5,000 worth of watch lists each week for the next 12 weeks. I'm going to send you that for free. Now, that's a pretty incredible resource for you. I would say just the watch lists by themselves are worth many, many times the 970. But I'm going to include those for free. Fantastic resource for you. And I did mention earlier, I said that I was going to give one of you the chance to attend our Investment Success 3-day live event for free. I said for you and a guest. And for 2 tickets to our live 3-day training program, it's normally $5,000. Many, many, many people have already bought that from us for $5,000. They were very glad they did. It's well worth it. It's an incredible training program. First half of day 1 is for beginners. We get you up to speed, check you know exactly what you're doing, check you know how to get started. And then the next 2.5 days, you're learning the strategies. You see practical examples, and then you do practice exercises. Really incredible program. I said before the end of this talk, I'd give one of you the chance to get that for free. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give everyone the chance to get that for free. What I'm going to say is, everyone who books a place right now for our online training program, I am going to include 2 tickets to the 3-day live event for free. That will be an amazing experience. And yeah, it's just quite an incredible event. So you're going to get 2 tickets included for free. And I run, so I'm saying, just tell me how to book. Okay, I'm almost there. A lot of people trying to book already. I'm almost there. So what I'm going to do is, I run a webinar once a month. It's about 30 minutes in length, and it's a great way to check you're constantly improving. And what I do is, at the end of the webinar, I set you a little 10-minute exercise, very simple. Anyone can do it, even a complete beginner. It's a really good way to check you're constantly getting better. And the 24 months worth of the webinar has a value $2,000. What I'm going to do is, if you decide you want to go ahead with this right now, I'm going to include that for free as well. Just a fantastic way to check you're constantly getting better. Now, this next part of the offer, there is a price involved. So I will explain what it is, and then you can have a think about it and decide right at the end if you want this included. But there is a price involved, and that is one-to-one mentoring with me. I currently charge $30,000 for a one-to-one mentoring session. If you want it included, it's going to be yours for only $3,000. Now, and you can have a think about that and decide right at the end if you want that included. But what I would say is, at $30,000, it is great value. Some of the people that I've trained personally have gone on to make many, many times that. At $3,000 is incredible value. What I could help you master in a one-to-one mentoring session will be some of the best investment techniques in the world. It would be an amazing session. If you want it included, $3,000, have a think about it and decide right at the end if you want that included. Actually, thinking about it, I'm going to include that for free as well. Now, that is huge. Really, that is huge. Now, let me just be clear, because I want to make sure you get the absolute most from this one-to-one mentoring session with me. So there's no point you having it immediately. the way this will work is you're going to do the online training program. You'll have your online one-to-one session with the team. You'll have the live Q&A sessions. We're going to check you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what strategies to use. Then over maybe the next 6 to 8 weeks, you'll do perhaps 3 or 4 trades a week. You're going to send me in your first 25 trades. I'm going to look through them all. Then we do our one-to-one mentoring session together. Because that way I can check you get the absolute most from the session, and I can give you great feedback on your trades. And it's going to be an incredible session. Some of the people I've trained personally have gone on to make literally millions of dollars. It's going to be an incredible session. So if you decide, normally I would charge $30,000 for a single one-to-one mentoring session. If you decide you want to go ahead with this offer today, I'm going to include that for free. Now, obviously, this is my time involved, so I can't do this for everybody. So what I'm going to say is the first 30 people who book a place right now, I'm going to include that for free as well. And we've got literally hundreds of people on this training session right now. The first 30 people who book a place right now, I'm going to include that for free as well. And if you go to that link, I do have a couple more things I'm going to give you. But if you want to try and be in those first 30, go to ClickSeminars. The link's at the bottom of the screen there. ClickSeminars.live/DW. And if you're in those first 30, I'm going to include that as well. But I'm going to give you a couple more things first of all. But if you want to try and get in, go there now. And if your booking goes through, that means you're in. What I'm going to do is at your mentoring session, I'm going to give you my personal email address, and I am personally going to provide your ongoing support. You can ask me any questions, anytime, forever. And I really do mean that. That's lifetime support from me personally. Now, I put there value $5,000. It's worth way more than that, but I thought I've got to put some kind of value to it. You decide you want to go ahead with this right now, I'm going to include that for free. All of that, $51,997 for you right now, $970 only. That's US dollars. That is an incredible offer. And I'm actually going to make this even easier for you. Yeah, I can see people already booking their place. Once you've got your place, just let me know. Just say in the chat window, just say, I'm in, I've got my place. So go to ClickSeminars.live/DW. But I'm going to make this even easier for you. You can either do this in one installment today of $970 US dollars, or if you needed to, you can do it in 3 installments. You can do $387 today and then 2 more monthly installments. But if you do it in 1 installment today, I'm going to give you a bonus $1,000 product for free as well, which is an online wealth psychology training program I recorded where I teach you how to achieve your goals super fast, how to get the right wealth mindset. Incredible program. You do it in 1 installment today, I'm going to include that for free as well. And what I thought is, I thought it would be great to give you a way so you could almost immediately get 100% of your cash back. If you just refer 2 people, once you've booked your place, if you then refer 2 people onto the training course and they book a place, I'll give you 100% of your course fee back. So, and you can actually give them the price I gave you there, $970 US dollars. But that is just for the online training. Yeah, not all this extra stuff that I'm giving you, but just for the online training. That's an incredible offer. If 2 people book their place, I give you 100% of your course fee back if you refer them. And there is one almost last thing that I'm going to do for you, and it's an important thing. I see a lot more people saying they got their place. I'm in. I've got my place. Okay, excellent. As I said, if you're in the first 30, you're going to have to be pretty quick. I can see there's a lot of people already got a place there. Go to ClickSeminars.live/DW. This next thing, I said almost last thing, but it's an important thing. I'm going to give you 100% money back guarantee. As long as you're present for each of the webinars, do a little 10-minute exercise, which is our way to check you're on track. I guarantee if you don't make at least 10 times the training course fee in the first 24 months, I'll give you 100% of your course fee back. I know this stuff works. I don't mind doing that. We got over 8,000 success stories and testimonies. I know it works. I don't mind doing that. If you don't make at least 10 times the training course fee in the first 24 months, give you 100% of your course fee back, and I'll even let you keep the course materials. I know this stuff works. I don't mind doing that. And what I'm going to do is, once you've made your first $100,000 profit and you're learning strategies that could easily get you there, I'm going to invite you to a celebration dinner at my house And after dinner, I'm going to work with you on your plan to hit your first $1 million. It's going to be an amazing session. As I said, some of the people I've worked personally have gone on to make literally millions of dollars. I said I was going to make this an incredible offer. I said to Tom, I'm going to do an absolutely incredible offer today. That is the best offer we've ever done in the history of our company. $970 for everything there if you're in the first 30 people. And the very last thing that I'm going to do, we talked about my the 24 trade analysis videos. 2 small groups of investors paid me $100,000 each to get hold of this. And I showed you I had mine on my desk here. What I'm going to say is the first 30 people who book a place right now, I'm going to include that for free as well. When you attend the training course, the 3-day training course, I'm going to give you that physical memory stick. And for the online program, I'm going to include those videos so you can watch those. That is incredible. That's going to be for the, I can see loads more people saying they got their place now. That's going to be for the first 30 people who book a place. And I can see, yeah, I'm in, I've got my place, okay, loads of people are saying they're in now. If you want to try and be in those first 30, you're going to have to be pretty quick. ClickSeminars.live/DW. If your booking goes through, that means you're in the first 30. And what we're going to do is if you're watching a replay of this, we'll think of something as well for you. So, but if you want to make sure you get this, you've got to do it now. Yeah, you've got to book your place right now. If you want to get into those first 30, you need to do this now. It's going to be an incredible training program with all of these extra things you're getting. It's just the best offer we've ever done. So I would love to help you master this. I would say, just to summarize, I really, in life, you've got to learn something to get your money working for you, because otherwise you spend your whole life working for money instead of money working for you. And the best thing you could ever do is learn how to trade and invest, because you can make money anytime, any place, whatever's happened to the economy, and you can make money from your phone, from anywhere in the world. You just need an hour, 2 hours a week. You can do this from anywhere. And once you get good, you can share it with the people you care about, the people you love. Fantastic skill to have. And I think with this whole Corona situation that happened, we really saw you can't rely on a job, you can't rely on your boss, you can't rely on even real estate. A lot of people got into trouble because they had short-term tenants, you can't rely on anything really apart from investing in the stock market, in the Forex markets, because then you have a skill that even if the economy's crashing, there's a huge recession, stock markets are crashing, it's just as easy to make money. Yeah, such an incredible skill to learn. Love to help you master this. You'll be getting the best. You'll be getting my life work in this online training program for $970. That is just a crazy, crazy offer. But I said to Tom, I'd make this amazing. That is an amazing offer. And I can see, wow, so many people saying they got their place now. Just a big list scrolling past here. I'm in, I've got my place. I'm in, Darren. Thank you, Darren. Got my place. Fantastic. I would say thank you for listening. I really would love to help you master this skill. I really do wish you great success, great wealth, great happiness. Yeah, thank you for listening. I hope you got a lot of great content and value from my talk there. And I think Mike is probably going to come back on and if he's
yes, Darren. Oh my goodness. What an amazing presentation. What amazing information. You are a skilled man, my friend. So
thank you.
God bless you for all this great information, and I know it's going to help a whole lot of people. So with that being said, folks, we've got another presentation coming up here in just a few moments. So Darren, I assume it's in the evening there. So have a great evening, a great weekend, and a great week. And I look forward to meeting and talking with you again. Thanks for your wonderful presentation. It's been awesome.
Great. Goodbye, everybody, and thank you, Mike and Tom.
All right, then. So, folks, this is the end of this particular presentation. And so we will see you with the next speaker, who is Ty Cohen, who is going to tell you about how to profit with Kindle books. And we'll get started here with, it's really less than 20 minutes away. So go to your email to know to go to the link to where you're able to see it on Facebook, see it in YouTube. And this is Mike Stewart for ClickSeminars.LIVE, and we will see you in the next session. Thank you, thank you, thank you.